Come on. For Pete's sakes. One moment, please. Oh, sorry. One moment, please. Gotta look good for my people. Okay, good evening, everybody. This is Laird, VE3LKS. And man, it's Friday already. Where'd the time go? Where have the weeks gone? This is the end of week 4 of the COVID-19 rag chew here on VE3OSH. Beautiful day out there, a bit nippy, I'll say that much. It was a bit chilly outside, so couldn't do much outside, but nice sunshine out now. Anyways, at this time, I guess I'll take a standby and see who wants to check into the rag chew. Just make sure I've got my keyboard set up right, and I am ready. So whoever wants to log into the rag chew, please come now.
Victor up, 3 Delta Charlie Echo. Victor Alpha 6 Hotel Echo. 3 KJI. Victor Echo 3 Papa Whiskey Juliet. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Papa Sierra. Victor Echo 3 Victor Golf Juliet. Victor Echo 3 Charlie Romeo Uniform. VA3 Romeo Tango Victor with my undivided attention.
Well, it's about time.
Victor Echo 3 Radio Papa Nova. VE3 IRB.
Okay, if you guys just want to stand by just for 1 second, I need to do something on my spreadsheet here. Hold on. Okay, very good. I'll let you know who I got the first round here. So far, I have Doug, VA3 DCE. I have Mike, VA6 HEM. I have Grant, but I don't think I got the call right. VE3 KJI. I don't think that's right. Peter, VE3 PWJ. Steve, VA3 TPS. Joe, VE3 VGJ. Bill, VE3 CRU. Jeffrey, VA3 RTV. Scott, VA3 RPN. And Robert, VE3 IRB. So let's go back up to that third one, VE3 KJI. I don't think that's right.
Alpha 3,
Ah,
KJI.
okay, very good. My apologies there, Grant. It was a bit hectic there at the beginning. And this old guy can't type as fast as he used to. Let's take another short standby, and let's see if anyone else wants to check in with the rag chew.
VE3 LWJ.
Okay, I copied VE3LWJ, but I think there was another station or two in there as well.
V3CWR.
Okay, I copy Gerard VE3CWR. And anybody else for the first round?
VE3 India Golf X-ray.
Okay, very good. And I got Cam there, VE3IGX. And good evening, everybody. And oh, Scotty put a message up on YouTube saying Good Friday. And yes, very good Friday. And glad to have all you guys on. So far, we got 13 check-ins, which isn't bad for the first part of the net. So we'll go back up to the top to Doug. Man, he was quick on the draw. Man, no sooner had I keyed and he was giving me his call sign. Good evening, Doug, VA3 DCE.
Good evening, Laird, and everybody on frequency. Wish you a happy Easter, since we won't be together on Easter Sunday. I hope you have a good one anyway, and everybody with their families or close people with them. And if they're not close, in thoughts anyway. Anyway, it's been a beautiful day. Windy as anything. I'm in an apartment and I can hear the wind outside. So it was really whistling around out there, but I don't mind being inside today like today. I'm getting a little claustrophobic here. Did you say it was Friday today, Laird? I think you did. If it is, thank you very much. Anyway, back to you, Laird.
Oh, yes, the retired crowd. Yes, it is Friday, Doug, so you can set your calendar accordingly and plan your weekend, which is basically the same as any other day of the week. Don't rub it in. That's not very nice of you. Very good. VA6 HEM, Mike.
Good evening, everybody out here. VA6HEM. Really not much to report. Just kind of around the park van here tonight. And then head up to the shopping thing tomorrow morning. You and I, Bob. And Larry, just a quick question. Over your right shoulder, the two rigs right there, one's on and one's on the bottom shelf. Hopefully my YouTube's starting back up here. And I was going to say, what were those two rigs there over your right shoulder? That's report. We'll check it out. Back to you there, Larry.
Okay, so this rig right here is an ICOM, no, sorry, a Yaesu FT450D. And that's the one I was talking to you on last night. And the one down below it, let me see if I can get the mic cord out of the way, is an ICOM 728. It's my older radio. And they both have an auto tuner built in, but honestly, the ICOM auto tuner is a lot better. It'll tune a lot antennas that are a lot more out of tune than the Yaesu will. But up above the Yaesu, I have the auto tuner by MFJ, and that'll tune. I think it'll tune it if it's 4,587 to 1. It'll figure out a way to tune it. So it's I bought that for the Yaesu mainly. And with that, we will go to Grant, VA3 KJI.
Yes, happy Good Friday, Laird, and everybody on the net. And I just do have a little piece of humorous tidbit to add. I remember the other day I listened to you guys and you were talking about popcorn sauce. Well, popcorn's my favorite food. I have a popcorn machine down here in the basement with my theater. Anyway, split another tooth. So that's 3 teeth. Over 30 years I've broken in half eating uncooked popcorn. So my wife can't stop laughing. And of course, not the ideal time to try to get to a dentist if they're all closed. So no more popcorn for this guy. Over.
man, sorry to hear that, Grant. And yeah, at least no more popcorn until you get that fixed. Very good. Yeah, the dentists, I think they're doing emergency work, so that may qualify. So I know I go to a dentist right there in Bowmanville, right next to Loblaws, and he's great. I don't know who you go to, but you might want to try giving his office a call to see if yours isn't available, and see if they can do some emergency work for you.
Yeah, I called mine. It's funny, you called the office, and she's a fantastic dentist, Dr. Payne was, if you will. I phoned the office, and this is the closing tip for emergencies. If it's an emergency, call this number. So I called the number, said, don't know if it's an emergency or not. It's not causing me much pain and only a little discomfort. And anyway, they never got back to me, so I guess they thought it wasn't over.
Oh, very good. Well, let's hope this doesn't go on too long then. Don't want to risk doing it much more damage to it. Glad you can talk though, Grant. So that'll be good. It may be good for the diet too. Not a great way to diet, but it may be a good option there. VE3 PWJ Peter.
Well, it's nice to hear everybody on the net tonight. I was over near your place there this afternoon. I had to drop a microphone from my camera off for because we are streaming our church services now. We started doing it 2 weeks ago, and we've had a couple of problems. So I took the mic off one of my cameras and took it over. So Glenn's going to try that. So that's what we're up to. So over to you, Larry. Get lots of beans for the pot.
Yeah, and some people would say I'm full of beans, so I don't know what to think of that. But oh, very good. Yeah, it's amazing the things we're able to cobble together without having the ability to get into a store on a regular basis. So good luck with that microphone, and I'm sure you guys will get it to work no problem. Let's see, Steve VA3 TPS. Good evening, sir.
Well, good evening, Larry. Everybody on for today. Thanks for doing this again, Larry. You're doing a great job. How you doing there? Well, I spent the day going through the shop and the shack here, and I started a project. I have enough parts here with my old M9 31 vertical antenna put together and install it in the back spot here, 6 meter to 40 meter vertical. I have everything I need from what I can tell, so we'll start putting it all together tomorrow. I'm sure it'll take specifically a hole in the ground. It's not enough, but give me something extra to get this back to you, Eric.
Oh, very nice, Steve. It's interesting how antennas seem to be a popular thing nowadays, at least within our club and our membership. I know Joe's sort of going gung ho on antennas, and Larry's got the roll-up antenna there just outside his window, and other guys are experimenting with antennas, and now that they have these nanos, it makes it even a lot more fun because you can get an analyzer for a relatively inexpensive price that does a fantastic job. And so it's inspiring. I think it's inspiring to see that so many guys are out there playing with antennas. Yeah, I'm sure you'll get it just about all complete, and you'll need a couple little bits, and then you have to place an order on Canadian Tire and go wait in the parking lot, and uh, you have to document it so that in future generations of amateur radio operators will know what you had to go through just to get your antenna up. Let's see, VE3 BGJ Joe.
Hi, good evening, Larry, and everybody on frequency. Yes, sort of started off with a lazy day, but took a walk down by the fish ladder today. A couple of small rainbows jumping, but kind of cool down there, wind blowing, and a little bit of snow was coming down now and then. The other thing, too, is I was over at Gerard's place this afternoon, picked up a brand new, while we're talking about antennas, a brand new 5-element beam that he bought. And I brought it home here, and I've got it all together in my living room here. He might not get it back for a while because I got to do some testing and then set it up and all that. And so I don't know how many months it's going to take me to test this thing there. Hi. Back to you.
Yeah, and to test it properly, Joe, you have to have your tower up. So you have to climb the tower, install it up there, and then double check everything again. So yeah, but that's good. I'm glad you're taking one. I'm glad you're such a good friend to Gerard, and that you would go the extra mile for that. So that's good to hear. Very good. Yeah, playing with antennas. I've got one I need to set up this weekend too. But the weather. Every time I get time to do something, the weather sucks. So oh well. Maybe I'll have some time when it's nice and not freezing. VA3 RTV Jeffrey. Yes, you're not going to desert us this evening.
No, no, you've got my undivided attention. By the way, you probably don't know this, but if you want any help or any information, Jim is the man. He's the antenna expert. He hasn't got one, but he knows a lot. By the way, I want to say hello to any of the guests that are listening in. John, Chris, my daughter, Brad, and anyone else that's listening in. And yesterday, because I spent so much time on Zoom, I came up with something very interesting. It's the person that makes a bit of noise gets the screenshot. So every time one of my clocks chimed or cuckoo clock went off or something, because it went to me. So I just thought I'd let you know when we do eventually do the Zoom thing, you have to keep the whole room absolutely quiet. Very, very important. Back to you.
Or if you're a good moderator, up in the top right corner, there's a button that I believe says mute all. So you can cut everybody out, and so it doesn't do that. But I'll have to make sure, because I mean your clocks, I don't even think they all go off at the same time. It takes you probably half an hour to get through all the clocks chiming. But very good. That's interesting. And say hello to us. I know she's probably watching me on her tablet or something. Let's see. VE3RPN, Scott. Good evening.
83 RPM there. Yes. Yeah, Laird, I don't know why, but I was thinking the same thing when Jeffrey mentioned our friend Jimmy. Go figure. Anyway, buddy, he's a good guy. What was I going to ask you? In my dementia here, I seem to have forgotten what time we're having our little get together tomorrow morning. I think it's around 7ish, but I've got an order for 3 apple fritters, one for the wife and mama, and one for me, maybe 2. Anyway, I hope I can leave you guys some. What time does everybody get there usually? Over to you there, Lee.
Sorry, I just thought I was talking over someone there. Yeah, we plan to be there at the grocery store sometime between 8:30 and quarter to 9. That's usually when they bring out the fresh, hot apple fritters for the day, and so we get it there, and we go in, get our groceries. At least this is what I do. I go in, get my groceries, come back out, dump them in the car, then go back in and get a coffee and a fritter, and then come outside. And then if some guys want to chat, we can, stand 10 feet apart and talk up a storm. That's what we did last weekend. So yeah, if you show up at 7 o'clock, Scott, you're going to be waiting a long time.
Very good there, Laird. We'll try to get there a little later, but yeah, I figure I can't get out of there for about $40 usually when I go with the wife, but we'll see doing it solo how that makes out. They got too many darn good things there. That's the trouble. Some of them are in charge. They haven't got your hot sauce, buddy, but you should work on that one. That's good stuff. I had some of it tonight. My tongue just settled down. Go to your job there. Great rag shoot. And hello to everybody, and have a safe Easter. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow, and I'll be listening, and I'll be checking in for the rest of the night here. V3RPN. You sounded good on 40 meter. I was listening to you guys last night. Or 20 meter, pardon me. Over to you.
Okay, very good. Yeah, we were just playing around a bit, but had a good time. VE3 LWJ, Larry.
Yes, good evening, everybody. It's LWJ. A rather quiet day. I did do something interesting this morning. I downloaded Zoom. And three of my car club friends, we got together, four of us, and we visited for an hour and a half. All four of us on the screen. It came through very well. No interruptions. It worked very well. I think you have talked in the past. Maybe I think you love meeting over Zoom. Maybe because I'm glad I got on to you.
Hey, if someone's listening online, you may have your All-Star link hooked up and we can hear you. Sounds like you're doing dishes. Okay, I think someone on the All-Star link is doing pots and pans or something. I think I caught most of that, Larry. Very good, but I think someone's definitely in the kitchen with Dinah doing some dishes. Let's see if it stopped. Well, I don't think it's stopped, but I think we're getting over it. So we'll try going down to Gerard, VE3CWR, VE3LKS.
Yeah, okay. Are you copying me over that, Larry?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, okay. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Frequently, happy Easter and all that stuff. Yeah, I had a great radio day last night. Yesterday, last night, it's the wee hours of the morning. I had a simplex repeater going here and put the crystals in it. And I didn't have any fancy gadgets, Laird. I used a 0 to 5, 0 to 5 positive, negative milliamp meters. That's a discriminator. Put the crystals in. That's a discriminator on the receiver. Put a couple of caps in. And set the deviation on the transmitter. And now I'll be able to, actually going out on 446 now, simplex, but just a watch. But anyway, I've spent more radio time last night and today than I've spent 10 years.
Man, I got a lot of weird sounds in my shack tonight, and it's not just Scott. Yeah, very good, Gerard. Yeah, it's funny what this is doing to us. I know I haven't spent so much time on my radio, I think, ever, as I have during this COVID outbreak. But well, at least we have something to fall back on to keep us out of trouble. And you know, it keeps your brain stimulated, and who knows, maybe it'll get more guys even more interested in radio again. And let me see, Brian Hopkins was saying, no, that wasn't him. He's not doing the dishes. And yeah, someone had their mic open. I don't think they do now. Oh, Mike wants to take my Yezu back to Alberta to give it a test. I don't think that's going to be happening, Mike. Sorry. And let's see. That's it for now from the nut bars on YouTube. And we'll go down to Cam, VE3IGX. Good evening.
Good evening, Laird, and everyone on the frequency. I had to switch over to my FT2 because it was my bloody mic that was open. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, they were talking about also retiree. I usually have 2 Sundays or 2 Saturdays during the week, most of the week, and I tell the wife that that's non-working days, but it doesn't cut no rights. Anyway, we'll give it on back to you. VE3LKS, VE3IGX.
Okay, very good, Cam. Well, it sounded like you were doing dishes, so I hope you got them scrubbed nice and clean, hi. With that, we're at the bottom of the list for now. We're up to 13 check-ins, so at this time, I will be quiet for a moment, which is a miracle in itself, and I'll see if anybody else out there wants to check in with the COVID-19 rag chew. If so, now's your chance.
Joe and Bill were missed in that last round. I could be wrong, but I think so. E3XCQ.
The E3JAR.
Okay, I got VE3XIX, and then Jeffrey was talking. I think he said I missed Bill, and I think you're right, I did. I did get Joe, though, because Joe was talking about the antennas. Sorry about that, Bill. I'll go to you next. Let me see. So I've got Bob, HIX, Christopher, VE3XEQ, Vic, VE3JAR, and is there anybody else?
VE3IRB. Okay, VE3CRU here. Hold on, and load to A3BA connected to node for 7 A3 and something I'd be interested in knowing is when you mentioned antennas, how many people are using RGB58 on UHF and VHF, and how long, what as they using it there over?
Okay, I'm not using RCP. I just, for UHF, VHF, I just...
Negative. I'm so very surprised you don't know what that is. CB radio with low band stuff there used on mobile whips going from the whip, usually about 15 feet of it, to the...
Yeah, I thought you said Romeo Charlie, and I was trying to figure out what's Romeo Charlie 58. So it was just, I heard a C instead of a G. That's the joys of the English language.
QSL. Yep, just watching some neighbors here. It's neighborhood watch night. You sit out in the car, you talk on the ride queue, and you watch people going, walking up and down the street, getting coffee here and there. I don't have any disease. I should have brought some water out with me. But anyway, no greeting up. We'll carry on, and then I say I'll bring up some more later on. But I'm also looking for somebody, if somebody would like to do not a drive-by shooting, but a drive-by ham radio on 222, I can set up equipment in the driveway, and they can drive over and use it, and direct you.
I'm having a horrible time tonight. Take it away.
No problem. VE3IRB. One suggestion, the guy breaking his teeth on popcorn. I've always found it best to pop it first before you eat it. Second question to Gerard. Just checking the frequency for that net. It's 3.885 and 3.975. I think I heard it there last night on 3.975. But I was in a Zoom meeting, so I was having it on very low and trying to find it while we were on. I think my problem was that I was listening too late at night. Back to you. I'm going to go. So anyway, I'll give it a listen, Bob. I'll get back to you on the next one.
Okay, very good. A couple more comments on the YouTube page. Grant is wondering, he needs to know who to send his 2020 dues to for the North Shore Club. Grant, you can send me an e-transfer if you want. My email address is my call sign, be3lks@yahoo.ca. And I'd be more than glad to take that off the hands for you. You know, I don't want that, festering in the back of your mind, worrying about it every day. So just do that and I'll look after it for you. Let's see, what else was there? Brian is connected now. He was trying to connect on my table. Okay. But I didn't hear him. And let's see. Okay, I guess we're done there. So now I think I've covered all the guys that I missed. Where did I leave off though? Larry.
Tones being sent out by the repeater, the E3OSH, and it does when we're using the PC controller. Certain brands of radios and certain old radios, you'll hear a background tone all the time when someone's talking, like right now. Even though they have filters built in, they seem to drift over the years. Whereas a new rig, even inexpensive ones, you don't hear the tone coming through at all. I can't tell if it's set up at a high level or not. It's up to those who are into the actual computer itself as a controller. On the PD3NAA side, we've got it set up so that if you go in digitally with the C4FM, it comes out digitally. If you go in on FM, it comes out on FM. If somebody goes in digitally and you're listening on an FM radio, you're just going to hear the hash in the background. And you can set up receive tones in the FM section so that it wouldn't transmit. That is, it will transmit, but it transmits a tone as well, and you have to have your squelch, tone encoded squelch turned on your receiver in order to receive that, and it wouldn't trigger it with the C4FM. But that's getting way too deeply into this stuff. Nobody's complaining about all the C4FM guys on there interfering with FM. There's also a C4FM tone, believe it or not. It's called DCS, or digital coded squelch. But we're not going to get into that kind of stuff. I think it's working just about fine as is, we hope. So back to you, Larry, PE3HIX.
Very good. And maybe someday I'll talk to Jeffrey and Cam on the digital mode there. And Cam, I did get you the first round, right, Cam? Uh-oh. Yeah, because I think Cam said it was him that had the microphone stuck. But okay, very good. I appreciate that information, Bob. And yeah, it'll be interesting. Maybe, as I said, someday I'll be able to talk to Cam and Jeffrey on the digital aspect of it. Christopher, VE3XEQ, and welcome aboard this evening.
Well, good evening, Mr. Laird and everybody else on board. Nice to hear everybody on a Friday. My brother from another mother, he goes out, he walks the dog for 2 to 3 hours at a time. I don't know how he stays out so long, but he does. When he comes in, he sees me sitting on the couch. I got the TV off, the radio off, and just sitting there really enjoying doing a walk down memory lane, kind of thing. And he thinks I'm nuts. but I told him, I said, Steve, when you lose your sight, your hearing does not become more acute like people say it does. But what you actually do is you pay more attention to everything than you would normally do. And I can sit there and there's 3 things drive me crazy. It's crying babies, barking dogs, and people yelling and fighting, screaming at each other. In these 2 apartment buildings, there's more dogs than there is people. I've never seen so many dogs. A lot of people in this apartment building, most of them have 2 or 3. It's crazy. Anyway, I'll just make the one transmission. Say, have a good weekend, everybody, and let your heart not be troubled. 7-3, Larry, back to you.
Oh, very good. I thought you were going to say there was a whole bunch of screaming babies too, but that's good. As long as it's just
going, and everything is good here. Just looking at the sunset to the west there, but nothing really to report.
about this being the night of the mask fitting. So I did it over the radio too. So this right here is what they call the infamous N95 mask. And sorry, I bumped my webcam, so it looks like we're on a ship right now. Because N95 is such a tight woven material to let very little through, it's got a little. Appreciate this. If not, you can go to YouTube later on and watch it. But I'll transmit over the radio too. So this right here is what they call the infamous N95 mask. And sorry, I bumped my face sort of like this, and there's there's a metal bar inside here that you form to your nose, and then there's this. Just going to put you on pause for a second, and I'm
Just a quick note.
not N95 border, the 49.